Hey, welcome Aquarius to your mid-June check-in. This is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and midheaven for more information. And sorry I didn't post a June reading. The beginning of eclipse season knocked me out, so I was like just taking some time to rest. But I'm back. And anywho, I'm going to pull some oracle cards. We'll start off there, then we'll get into the tarot and just see what the next few weeks have in store. All right, so let me see. I'm gonna keep shuffling these cards. All right, we got one. I'm gonna pull three. Just bear with me here. Okay, so we have spark, we have breathe, and we have boundaries. Okay. So I feel like there is some type of interesting surprise that's in store for you at this time, Aquarius. Whether that is something you are aware of right now or not, you will find out within the next few weeks, I suppose, right? But it could be maybe like a shocking event or some type of news. It doesn't necessarily have to be something bad, right? It could be something fantastic that puts us in an excited state. I feel like for some, you may end up questioning your own abilities to rise to the occasion, to rise to the challenge. But I feel like with this breathe card, the universe is just saying, like, take a nice deep breath, allow yourself to move slowly through it, process, and know that this is meant for you. With this boundaries card here, I feel like there's a little bit about self-care boundaries that need to be maintained or set. Knowing when enough is enough when it comes to something or someone, or even the way in which you manage yourself and your day-to-day tasks, right? That's just kind of one of the things that's coming through here. I feel like it's very important for you to take care of your health at this time, making sure that you're pruning and taking out, because I'm looking at the tree, so I said prune, but taking out those things in your day-to-day that really aren't serving your best interests, making you feel your best, right? For those of you where you feel like this may apply to career, probably like taking away certain services or responsibilities so you can focus on like where the meat of the work is. So you can actually be properly identified for the opportunities that you want to see, right? And it could be perhaps that there is some recognition that's offered you that allows you the perspective and the willingness to make these changes in order for you to maintain some type of focus. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the power card. So it's like, don't fear your power, because I feel like there can be like a bit of like a suppression of power here. Maybe you haven't really been offering the full spectrum of your attention, detail, and excellence because you may have been spreading yourself thin for some time, trying to see where you could gain some type of traction, perhaps, Aquarius. And of course, I'm thinking about the star card. It is your card, Aquarius. But I don't know if it's going to come up. I'm also thinking about the moon card as well. So there could be something tied to the next few moon cycles in which you have a chance to refocus and kind of prune, cut away the things that aren't necessarily serving you, or that you feel you feel like some of your best offerings, best work, time could be best used pouring into something else, right? So it's like making sure you're not taking away from the best things in order to have the okay things, right? Not to settle for mediocrity when you can have greatness. We can have something that's great, or be able to provide something that's great, right? And so I think it's just necessary for you to perhaps be more definitive in the ways that you work, be more definitive in your intentions and goals, right? We have the Eight of Cups that is appearing. So maybe you're receiving some type of news or something, or coming back to a former challenge, right? And with some type of inspired vision. It's like maybe you're about to consider signing some type of contract. I would say try to hold off until the 22nd when Mercury is getting out of retrograde. Unless you were actually born during a Mercury retrograde, then chances are Mercury retrogrades are actually really your flow state. I kind of know that from personal experience, is like I actually do pretty well during retrogrades. I was born during a couple of them. So yeah, just some little known fact for many of you out there. But anywho, we have the Chariot card next, and I'm sorry, my allergies are like really getting to me today. Okay, sorry. So Chariot card, we have this with the Breathe card. Just breathe. Try your best to not to control a situation, because you could run yourself into catastrophe. You could run yourself into an obstacle trying to control too much at once. And so that's why some of this kind of pruning, this cutting away, this going back and simplifying a little bit is necessary for you. That way you're not holding on so tightly to the reins because out of fear of losing control, right? Because then you're able to have some type of manageable set of responsibilities, or you're able to manage some type of resource a little bit better, maybe manage your time a little bit better, right? I feel like it's necessary perhaps to say no to some social invitations at this time. Do not feel like you have to show up for absolutely everything. I feel like there are at least going to be a couple opportunities where it's just going to be like, you may feel guilty because it's just going to feel like kind of like a hell no moment. And, handle it how you want, but just know that it's okay to say no, right? It's okay to refuse an invitation, or to, put a strong boundary in place if you feel like it's necessary at this time. We have the Five of Swords coming up here in the reverse. So there could be some, maybe avoidance of some type of conflict. And that could be because you want to be able to control how someone thinks of you, for example, right? Or maybe someone is trying to control what you think of them in some way, shape, or form. And so if you have a feeling or a hunch about something, like just follow it for right now. It's better safe than sorry. That way, if no conflict comes to pass, at least you are allowing room for truth to reveal itself, right? Just being kind of an observer here. Because I feel like if you do try to generate or create any type of conflict, or if any conflict comes your way, it's just going to have to get shut down, like, period. Like, nope, I do not have the bandwidth for this at this time. Because especially when we're in conflict and we do have a tendency to try to control a situation, it can make us lean into conflict just a little bit harder. And so that is being advised against at this time, Aquarius. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups here in the reverse. So you may be dealing with someone who's a little bit insecure, doesn't really keep their eye on the prize, could be someone who needs to focus on the right things. And you're calling in people who can focus on the right things by you yourself refining and simplifying, like I said before. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So I feel like there's something about having to enjoy earthly delights, feel gratitude in them. And I feel like by you creating more space, more room for yourself, refining and simplifying, that you're going to be able to do more of that. You are going to be able to naturally enjoy your life just that much more during the summer. So in small ways, you can make big strides in order to live a life that you can say you truly enjoy. Yes, there's always room for improvement. Yes, there could always be some type of thing that, creates a bad day, right? But we're always learning something. So try to keep that in mind. It's like, the universe is providing us with feedback, even though we don't always feel like that sometimes. But anyways, that is what I have for you. Pretty short and sweet, forward, straight to the point. I hope that was helpful. And check the description box if you'd like to book a session with me, or donate, or follow me on Instagram. Otherwise, I will see you next month. Bye for now.